Hello guys and welcome in this new video. So in this video I want to share to you why you probably don't progress in the gym. That's like 99% of the people who doesn't track what they are doing in the gym. And it's actually very, very important to do so that you know exactly what you did during your training session. And then on the next time, what is important to know is what you did on your previous session so that you will know that you will need to push harder, like if it's term of weight, set, or repetition on a specific exercise. So I will give you this free training tracking application that will come with my template, which is again my application that I developed that will tell you exactly how much you need to eat of the food you select based on your vote. So I invite you to go and to watch the video on my template in order to understand the concept and everything that is around it that will completely change your nutrition. Okay, so here in this video, I wanted to show you something that you've never seen before. So stay until the end. That's very important to understand all the concept around that. So this application, so you got client data. So this is where you're going to put your name and the start date, where you're going to start to track your training at the gym. Okay. And then it will tell you just where you are in which week you are, in which month, and you can track your exercise over a period of 6 months. Okay. So once you put the date, your starting date, then you can start to put your exercise. So there's a library of more than 700 exercise with the page. So you can also add your own exercise, and then you can see here you have a YouTube video link. So this is very valuable. Again, I give it for free with my optimal plate. You can select your favorite exercise. So this will give you afterwards some graph linked to your performance on this specific exercise. So I will show you that. And then you have like the percentage of the muscle involved. So if it's into the different exercise. So for the main muscle, the secondary muscle, and then you have like some rest time and periodization suggestion that you can use during your training as well. Right. So once we get all those exercise, so we want to select this tab. So you also have like some workouts based on like the different body part you want to train. So if it's like a push workout, pull workout, upper session, full body or leg workout. So you have some exercise training here, workout training example that you can use. Okay. So how it works. So let's go into the core of the system here. So you can first you can set your how you calculate your REP model. So you have different exercise. So this is to calculate the percentage of the weight that you took in comparing to if you were using 1 RM um, 1 RM rep on this specific exercise. So basically, it's to calculate this matrix here. So you can see here 86%, 86%, 71%. So this is the 1 RM. Okay, so this is the model you can select. Then here you have like the different weeks. So here you have like a 6 week, 6 months training record, and then very easily. So you're going to put we're going to select here the type of training. So if it's a strong, hypertrophy, endurance, power, functional, or body weight. And then here you select your body parts. So if it's an upper body, lower body, pull session, push session, or full body. Okay, or no training. If you select no training, so automatically the all the cells relative to this day is going to go into dark mode. Okay. So here you have like when you select an exercise, you're going to have the YouTube video link of this exercise, and then here you can set the number of sets you want to do for those particular exercises. So here you can see like 30 sets. So this I just created like example of um, the upper body training where you have alternatively like a strength training and a hypertrophy training. So this is very important for periodization. So if you want to really, so this is more like for the advanced people who goes in the gym like after maybe 1 year or 2 years of training, and then you have like a plateau. So the way to break this plateau is to use like your periodization, and then to use here is what we call like ondular periodization, where you're going to have strength training, where you're going to do less volume but more less repetition but more sets. Okay, and then here then on the next one, so you keep 1 day off, and then on the next one you have like a hypertrophy training, so where you're going to do more volume, so maybe less sets, so 3 sets here for example, and then less um, and then more reps on each of the exercise. We can see here 3 sets per exercise. So this is just example. We have that for 6 days. So alternatively, strength and hypertrophy training. Okay. So here we put the load, the reps, and the REP. So REP is the number of it's 10 minus the number of reps that you think you could have done more. So, for example, 9 here. So you feel that you could have done one more reps in order uh, um, to go to be at failure. Then you put 9. So here, 10 is when you were effectively at failure. So it's the last rep you could do on this specific exercise. And then you have like all of those measures calculated. So you have like 1 RM percentage estimation. So for all the different sets, and then you have like a lot of different metrics here that you are calculated, like the volume here, like the average load, like the volume per exercise, and then you have like more calculation that we do here, and then like a summary for each of the session. Okay, so so there is not what you're going to put here directly because you want to use that on your phone, obviously. So what you're going to do here, you're going to use those tabs here for each day of the week. So it's very small. So if you look one of the tab here. So for example, Monday. So when you go to the gym, you're going to open this tab and then you're going to put your weight, reps, and REP. And then you will see here. So you have the exercise. So this is taken basically from the main tab here, and then you have the number of sets. So this is something it's protected. You can just open the YouTube session if you click here. YouTube video, and then here, so you go to the gym, and then you put like 75, and then you put all your different reps and sets and weights. Okay, so here you get the volume calculated, so it shows you the previous volume and then the maximum volume you did on this particular type of training. Okay, so if it's a hypertrophy or a power training, and then you can see here the percentage based on your current. So for example, here if I put like 80, and then I put 5. Okay, so here we see, yeah, so we did 22% of the training comparing to the previous, and comparing to the max, we did like 19%. Okay, so here you get like number. So it's just to give you an indication when you go to the gym and when you train, we see, okay, for this exercise, I did more volume, so that's good. And then if you want to, on one exercise, you did less, then on the next one, maybe you want to push, because the idea is to always do more than the previous session in order to trigger the surcompensation that will allow your muscle to grow bigger and obviously stronger. Okay, so you can put up to 6 sets, more than enough. You don't want to do more than 6 sets for each of the exercise. And then if we go back here to the training tab, so you will see, yeah, so here we get like the strength and then hypertrophy. And then if we go back to the strength, so here's what you see here, previous load and previous rep. So here you see like 80 and 5. So this is what we did on the previous strength training, which is 80 and 5. Okay. And then you have that for all of the sessions. So for example, if I go on my next session, so here I'm going to put like a node training, and then I would put again here, I would put like, again, let's just put hypertrophy so that we can see it on the screen. And then I put upper body, and then I select the same exercise here, like it. So I will put it there, and then you can see here the load, the reps, and the REP. That we don't put the REP here because I don't think it's very important. We can just we just get the load and the number of reps, and then the idea here is maybe is to do like 70 or 80, and then to do maybe the same like 12. So it means that we put higher weight for the same number of reps. So it means that we effectively progress. Okay, so I'm just going to remove this moment. Okay. So once you enter your weight and your weight, the reps and the RP, then you want to have like a summary. So this is why it's really cool in this application, because you can generate a report. Okay, so you just click there, and then it will generate in the background like a specific report. Okay, so we're going to take a summary of each of the session, of each of the exercise, and then show the metrics in a more friendly way than here. And also, it's going to take more data that we input here for each of the sessions. So you can input also the time of each of your session. You can enter your number of calories. So if you have like a watch that gives you the number of calories you burn, and then you can put also your heart rate, so the minimum and the maximum heart rate. So this is the value that we can put also, and you will put them here. So here's for this example, you will see. So here's the time you put in minutes and the calorie burn, average heart rate, and maximum heart rate. Okay, so this is an indication to tell you how good was your training session. So once you got the summary created, so here you can see like a summary for each of the sessions. So here you can see. So if you have like different body parts, so if you have like legs, for example, you will have another section, and then you will see like in orange, so like it is here, and then you will see another section here, and then it will tell you like the detail of your leg session. Here we want to group by body part. You can also filter here. So for example, if you just want to see your strength training, you can just go do like this and then see the result. Let's go. Like that. Okay, so here you can see the date, the training, and then here like the number of exercise, the total number of sets, the reps, the duration. So here you have the 1 RM estimates for your session. So you can see here we did a strength training, so you put more weights, so it's going to be closer to your 1 RM, which is will be what 100%. So if you do 1 rep of your maximum weight. Okay, so here you got like 72, so it's for the hypertrophy training. Yeah, around where you want to be for the strength and the hypertrophy training. So maybe around 60 to up to 75, and then or 80, and then from 80 to 100, then it's going to be like a strength training. Okay. And then you have like more measure here, like the work density. So this is where you take time of your session of your training into consideration. Here you take the number of reps in consideration. Again, here you get the volume, and then the volume on the number of reps. So it gives you like very nice indication of how you're progressing over time. And one very key important measure is like the volume you're doing. So here you can see. So my volume is going up like at each session, like specific to strength or hypertrophy training. So if I take like this one went down, and then if I take the hypertrophy, so 8,290 here, 9,000, and then here like 10,000. Okay. And then for each of the exercise, so this is generated automatically again. For each of the exercise, then here you can see you have like the date, you have the worker type, and then the body part again, and then you get each exercise. Okay. And then for each exercise, so it's to see how you're going to progress in each of the exercise, again, session after session. So I think this is it's really cool. It's allow you to like to challenge you over time. And so here you can see the load, the reps, and then one really nice measure I like to see is the 1 RM. So this is the what we calculate with the model, and then like all of the different other calculation that we have. So total set, total reps, average per sets, RP average, so on and so forth. So all those measure, and then obviously the volume. So the volume here is not per session, but it's per exercise. And you can see, so here, for example, is what we want. So you can see the set, but the volume is increasing for each of the particular training type. Okay, so if it's strength or hypertrophy. Okay, so that's how it works for this training tracking. But then you have even much more. So you can see like so this is automated. You have a summary of also your previous 15 days of all your training. So here you can see like the type of the training you did, the duration, the type, body part, and then the calorie that you burned during those trainings over the last 15 days. And then here you get like even more metrics calculated. So it will tell you like the number of exercise, the number of sets, number of reps you did over the last 2 weeks, and over the last weeks, it will tell you if you increase or decrease for each of the different body parts. So if it's the total, the lower, or the upper part of the body. So you can see like this is for the like a summary and like calculation of different metrics. So you have the RP average. So it tells you like over the last week, like how you push yourself effectively, the total, you get the 1 RM, you get volume, fatigue index, work density, so on and so forth. And it will tell you if you increase or decrease. And then it will take all those calculation and parameter, and then it will tell you, it will give you a summary. So for the total, so upper and lower, and then it will tell you how you can best do your next session. Like here, for example, for the upper body, so it says prioritize deload week to evaluate accumulated stress, focusing on active recovery exercise. So maybe you put a bit too much because you did it every 2 days, and it will tell you, okay, maybe now it's time to do a deload week, and which can give you information on where you are. So here you can also hit like a graph, so it tells you like for the last 15 days, number of exercise, number of sets, number of reps, like the number of reps average each of the session exercise, sorry, And then, yeah, all this. So the idea is to see like how much you did on. So here we just see like the upper session, but if you do the lower session, it will show like bars in blue. And then the same here. So you have the volume for each of the different muscle that you train, and then here you have the 1 RM percentage for each of the different muscle again that you train, and then the number of sets that you did for each of the muscle that you train over the last 15 days, and then the activation. So how many times you activate the muscles over the last 15 days again. Okay, so that's very cool. So if you want to track really closely what you're doing over the last 15 days, and then here it's like a view over the 6 months. Okay, so it will show you. So here's the number of training you did every week. Okay, so here's the duration of the training on average that you did every week. So here you have the heart rate average, the maximum heart rate. Here you have the type of training, so you can see no training, or you can see hypertrophy training, so on and so forth. So here you get the body part, so how many times you train each body part, so lower or upper, or push pull leg, or upper and full body. Here the number of exercise you did, so again over 6 months. So here you get also the number of sets you did, average number of reps, so on and so forth. But so all those different measures. This is over time, and then you see you have a graph also for each of the muscle part. So you can see. So here we have the volume. We have the so here in red here it's like the muscle that is in front, so like the pectoral, and then the one here is the muscle that you have in the back, so the back. Okay, so this is a bit technical, but I think very useful to see the volume and the 1 RM progressive over time for each of the muscle that you train. Okay, and then here as I explained you at the beginning, so when you select, you can select any exercise and add this um, favorite view in order to get the graph. So here you go to the 1 RM and you got the volume. So here what you want to have is over time, over the 6 months, to always improve your volume. So if you want to do more repetition, more weights, more sets in the gym, like over time, and then here you get your 1 RM, which is effectively your strength that is improving over time. Okay. So here like the different exercise. And then here you get also like a progression guide, so it will tell you like how you want to how when you how you're going to increase your weight or your reps or your sets over time when you reach a certain level at each training. Okay, and then here you get some example, and then here you have more example of this. So here you get like also like periodization. It's quite useful, like if you want to see how many sets or reps you want to do for each of your strengths or hypertrophy, and then like the different technique per exercise for yeah. Then you get the explanation and the purpose. Again here the exercise, and then here one last tab with the right and distribution. So here it's like it comes with my optimal plate, and in order to help you. So again, this product comes with my optimal plate for free. You get it for free, and I think yeah, it's very useful. I've been using it now for the last 6 months, and I found it incredibly useful because every time I go to the gym, I can just check what I did. What I can just open my application, and then it shows how much you did it. Maybe how much you did on the previous time, and then it allows myself to push more in the gym to grow faster and better. So one last thing, in order to use that, I recommend to install OneDrive, which is the Microsoft shared drive that you can put on your phone and also on your laptop. So you can put it on both. So on your phone, when you go to the gym, you just open the application OneDrive and you select the Excel. And then when you are at home, you can just go on your laptop and open it either directly on internet, so you don't need Excel, or directly on your Microsoft software. Okay, I hope that was useful. Again, this training tracking is for free and comes with my Ultimate Plate. If you want to have more detail on my Ultimate Plates, check the videos I put on the channel, and of course, click into the link in the bio to get access to those applications. Thank you.